All right, hello and welcome everyone. My name's Kenny. This is a Friday beer review. As you probably saw in my last video, it was very snowy in October and we decided to do a seltzer because the weather was just awful and not permitting much. And the weather is still awful and not permitting much, but at least it's not precipitating. It's not awful cold and everything, but still snow on the ground in October. But today we're rounding off October with a let's shove almond joys into a beer and enjoy a beer. So we got a stout from Modist Brewing, which if you're a fan of this channel, you know that I love Modist Brewing. Big fan. Don't do a whole lot of stouts here, so this will be kind of interesting, huh? Let's see if that works. I don't know how this is gonna... Whatever. Anyway, hopefully it's not terrible. Let's just get right into it. I love almond joys, by the way. Really good. Well, if you saw in that pour there, it looks like I'm pouring just like used, super used, dirty oil into a glass. Oh my god. It's not as thick necessarily as used oil, thankfully, but I don't really get a whole lot of coconut. I get a little bit of the nuttiness to it, but from the almond flavor. Chocolate stout with chocolate malts, coconut, almonds, and Ghana coca nibs. It's very chocolatey. It's like a creamy dark chocolate, if you will. The head is like ice cream. The head reminds me of like a root beer float. It's very kind of foamy like that. I wish there was more coconut actually, but it's still really good. I just wish there was more coconut in this. It's more chocolate. It's a lot of chocolate. It's not bad. I don't really get any, it's kind of almost like coffee bean-esque too, because you don't really get a whole lot of almond. You get a little bit of nuttiness, a little bit. You don't get very much coconut, if at all, in my opinion. So yeah, this one is very reminiscent, obviously the color-wise as well, of the can of Almond Joy. Right? Yeah, Almond Joy. Yeah, that's the blue one. Mounds is the red one without the just coconut and chocolate. Very good candy bar as well, but I really like the almond in the Almond Joy. But yeah, this one is, I mean, it's a good beer. It's a good stout. Oh, Modist does not make a bad beer as far as I've had from them. So, yeah, I really like it. But yeah, I'm really kind of sad because, like I said, not a lot of coconut. I wish there was more coconut. You probably won't hear me say that much about beers, but yeah. So we got 6.5 alcohol by volume. Yeah, if you get a little bit of coconut, it's right up front. It's right up front and then just gone. Then the chocolate takes over, which, I mean, that's fine. It's a plenty good stout. It's really smooth. It's bubbly. And as for a guy that doesn't partake in stouts very often, it's not overly sweet either. So that's also really nice. It's good. It's good like that. I like that it's got a good balance. I just wish more coconut. I wish it had more almond joyness to it, but that's okay. It is what it is. It's still delicious. It doesn't really hurt it in any fashion. So this one's going to take a while to drink though, because I think this one is, while it's not necessarily too sweet, it's not too chocolatey. It just feels dense. It feels like it's going to fill me up if I try and go for it. There's still a little ice in there, so that would have been terrible if I dumped that glass. All right, folks, I think that one's going to wrap it up for this one. Not too sweet, not too coconutty, not too chocolatey, but very much so a stout. Very much so good. Nice and subtle flavor out of this stout. I think this one is one that a lot of people could actually enjoy. Maybe not more than one of, unless you really like going down that avenue, but this is a good nightcap, good dessert beer, if you will, I would think. But yeah, cheers to this one. Thank you, Modist, for another really good beer. I'm very, very happy to be drinking more stuff from you. I really enjoy your beers. And welcoming a nice new stout on the channel. So like, comment, consider subscribing, and I'll see you next Friday. Cheers.